Hello guys, it's me, Red Diego Dinosaur, and today in Forza Horizon 5 with the Lancer Evo time attack car, part of the new update of this month, and this car was released this week, part of the new playlist of, this week. So what is up with this car? Well, let's start with the visuals. Well, it's a time attack car, that's why you have like these really aggressive aerodynamics. Time attack cars are pretty meant to be just do the fastest lap on a circuit. That's what they do. So it's quite of a weird choice from Playground Games to put this car, especially in such competitive field that is S2 Extreme Track Toys. We gotta talk about later soon about that, but yeah, this is quite weird, and this is why it looks so aggressive visually and all that stuff, is because it's a time attack car. So not too much to say about that field. Let's start talking about performance. Well, this car, first of all, you can actually do engine upgrades. It's pretty much locked to 967 horsepower, so bad news if you want a 1,000, or you are one of those guys that likes to put 1,000 horsepower on everything. With this car you are locked to 967, which is not bad at all. But the thing is that this car, in my honest opinion, is in the wrong class, and in the wrong class and the wrong level. Why? Well, this car in S2 Extreme Track Toys is very uncompetitive. The acceleration is really bad. Sometimes it feels with a lot of oversteer. Is a pretty uncompetitive car if you compare it with another Extreme Track Toys. With the nearest thing you can compare it is with, like, if you modify like a civilian, like basically like a normal car to S2, and just put it on a street race competing against Evos and back to the bones and all that stuff. It's gonna be extremely uncompetitive, and you're gonna lag behind them. This is what this car is. It's just pretty much a Lancer Evo souped up to the maximum level, but it's still not there to compete with the top dogs. And no, this doesn't change if you basically put a lot of engine upgrades. That doesn't change the fact that this car is gonna still be really uncompetitive on its field, even with 1,000 horsepower. Like, it's just really heavy, oversteers a lot. Even when you have cars that take corners really quickly, and this car kinda does that, is still not enough to compete against them. That's what I mean. Like, this car is extremely heavy for its class, and it should be lowered. In my opinion, this car should be an S1900 track toy. That's it. That's what it is. I don't think it's an extreme track toy. It's very uncompetitive, and even with 967 horsepower, it's still very, very bad on this field. It doesn't mean it's a bad car. It's quite cool to use it, but for competitive racing, it's not there. Even if for offline racing in some sprints, you're gonna be lagging behind because this car is not fast enough. It's not, and it doesn't take corners as good enough as racing cars or even track toys. Like, for example, like a Bugatti Divo or a Muscle. You won't be able to reach those levels of cornering like those cars. So this is what I meant with this car. It's not meant to be a rant or just me shitting on the car. I think this car, again, is kinda unfair for this car to be such underrated and uncompetitive car. It should be a better car, in my opinion. If you put it in S1900, it will be a really, really good contender, even to be quite dominant, like a back to the bone in some way. But right now it's just not there. It doesn't feel good, and as I said, even with engine upgrades, it doesn't change the fact that this car is still gonna be too heavy for extreme track toys. So that's pretty much it I wanted to say about this car. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about the Lancer Evo time attack car? If you like it, if you not, if you actually agree with me of putting this car to S1900, kinda nerfing it a bit more so it's for its own benefit, be more competitive. or just leave it on S2 and just see if you can actually be more creative and make it more competitive on this field. So yeah guys, thank you very much and see you on the next one. Goodbye.